Let me just say welcome officially, Khalilah, to the program.
Thank you.
The first time we're supposed to do this interview for how long?
We planned it quite a few times.
Yeah.
But nothing happens before it's time.
I believe so.
Yeah, and we do give thanks to be here in the flesh and the physical and spirit. So I give thanks.
Yes, yes, indeed. First of all, I must say, I am a fan of yours. And one of the reasons I'm a fan of yours is because I like the fact that you give the woman's issues and image that positive view. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that you do that. And I don't think it's just because you're a Rasta. I think it's just because of who you are. Because, you know, what comes out of us is what is inside of us.
Yes.
So, Khalilah.
Yes.
I'm not even reading no bio today, so I want you to tell the people a little bit about you, where you're from, you know. No, you don't have to tell them how old you are. We sound like we're there some party. All right. But tell them a little bit about you. What makes Khalilah Rose who she is?
Yeah, well, you know, basically I'm a roots reggae singer. My heritage is, my family is originally from Jamaica. I'm proud to say that my granny was born in Moortown, so I'm a proud Maroon, and I do give thanks for that. Portland, Bull Bay, that is where my family comes from. Also, I basically sing roots reggae because I'm very passionate about what's going on in the world and how I can bring the message of Jah, the message of the Almighty, the message of everything that's going on around I to just everyone in the world, you know, what's going on today. I'm also an educator, so that's a part of me that, and a student, so that's a part of me that I embrace as well.
Okay. I really like that because, you know, I'm one of those believers that you're never too old to learn. So you're always evolving, you're always learning, and of course you're always experiencing.
Yes.
And what you take from your experiences is what makes you into a better person.
Yes, that's true.
So you entered the industry, I like to say the music industry. Yeah. My question to you, and this is a question I ask a lot of females in this business, is how hard is it to get into in this industry, to get the respect that a lot of the men get? Because I know that is really a struggle for a lot of women. Or did you face that at all?
Of course, I face it all the while. It is a struggle as a woman in so many ways, you know, because for one, it's a male-dominated industry, so from them see a woman, they don't really take her seriously. Or sometimes you may think it's music that they're interested in, but sometimes it's something else, you know. And so I know you are, as a woman in the industry, overstand the struggle as well. But sometimes it's an advantage as also, you know. Yeah. So I do give thanks, but it's not as if sometimes I don't want to be. Sometimes I tell myself, oh, I'm going to move away, I can't bother with it, it's too much stress and things, but there is just this divine energy that keeps pushing me, because I haven't reached where I feel this thing, like I feel like there's a message from the Most High that there's something I have to accomplish in music, and I have not accomplished that. So that is what actually keeps me going.
Because that was my very next question. Like, what motivates you to keep going amidst all the struggles and all of the, you know, the roadblocks and all the potholes that are, you know, in your way?
The state of what's going on around I, you know, I do have faith in knowing that, you know, black people have been oppressed for so many years, and we are rising and we're moving forward. I do give thanks for that. 400 years of slavery has started. 1619 was when supposedly the first slave was shipped over here to the West. So I have faith in all these things, knowing that we can rise above everything that we've been through, and to know that there's so much evil in the world that we do need to have that positive influence to push on through, because if you just hear negativity all the while, there's nothing to balance that off. So that's what keeps me going.
Definitely. So did you decide when you first started recording, did you decide that, okay, this is the genre that I want to be in, these are the messages I want to carry, or was it something that you were kind of feeling out? Was it something that you felt was like a divine inspiration from the onset, or was it something that you kind of...
Yeah, well, I always, as a singer, I always basically, it was either about love, songs of love, because I wrote my first song when I was like 12. So it was songs of love, but I grew up in an era where like Garnet Silk and Capleton and these artists were predominant. So we were fortunate to have, that's what I was listening to. Barris and these kind of individuals, Dennis Brown. So I was very fortunate to hear good music. So I felt that that was what impacted me and made me feel good within. So that's, yeah.
Okay, great. So was there any particular person who motivated you, who pushed you, you know, who basically kind of mentored you as you entered the industry?
I wouldn't say one particular person. It's more the state of the world and what's going on. Just the struggles of to see my mother coming home 12 o'clock in the morning from work, as a single mother, raising a family, just the struggle of life, and just seeing just all these things, so pushing through, that basically is the main inspiration for my music. Nadine Sutherland was a big influence in my family, so I was able to see her and see her motions and her going through the industry, which was also a great inspiration.
Right. And as you proceeded, did you at any point feel like, you know what? I know you said, yes, sometimes you feel like you're going to get up and go. But did at any point you say, okay, I'm leaving this aside, I'm going to go into something else, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on, and just forget about this?
Yes, there were times that I was afraid, because at one time it was moving very fast for me, and I was afraid. So I did go to college, because I felt like I needed to have that. And I did get a degree as an educator. And also I got other professional certifications as well. So I did have that as something, because it's also an ambition of mine to open a school that focuses on real education, not this falsified education that the youths are receiving in school.
Right.
We as women should really, since it's Women's Month, we should really embrace and be more active in the school system, because that is where the brainwashing begins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it's very, we don't realize how impactful. It's just like the food. It's just as impactful as bad food.
Yeah.
To put your hands in to the hands of someone else and expect that they're going to teach your child what they need to know. So one of my ambitions as well is to open a school where youth, especially children of African descent, can know where they come from, who they are, and their powers.
Yes.
This is Black History Month is just in February, but it can be carried over to March too, and forever. It's an ongoing thing. So just to understand how powerful Black people are, how much we invented almost everything that we use.
Yeah.
And those were taken.
Yeah, I'm happy you highlighted that, because I decided just this year, for the first time in my program, I've been doing this for 5 years, that I'm not going to talk about the enslavery and all the things that happened during slavery, because there has to come a point in our lives and in everything that you're dealing with when you look at where you are and where you're gonna go. So I like the fact that you're looking at the future,
yes,
and reinvesting in the kids, because our culture has been diluted.
Yes,
they don't know who they are for real.
They have no clue. Like when I teach children about where they come from, about Africa, to them, when we see Africa, they taught us Africa was a place where you don't want to go because they're going to chop off your hand, or just these craziness that you hear. When it's not, for me, going to Africa, I went to Ghana and Liberia myself, and it's just totally not what
you're taught.
Yeah, so we have to understand that Africa is where they found the oldest woman. This is Women's Month. The oldest woman was found in Africa, in Ethiopia. They named her a European name.
Wow.
I don't know why. Yeah, Lucy.
Yeah, they would do that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but she is an African. She's a black woman, and children don't know that. And
Wow.
just knowing that and knowing about your history, it empowers you.
It does.
It empowers
It does.
you.
It does. Now, we're talking about women and all of that, and you said your mom was a single mom. You know, I want to leave the industry behind just for a moment, and I want to ask you, was your mother supportive of you in your road in the entertainment field?
Well, you know, we were always around music because my brother, I said, is also a disc jockey, and from we were young, he was always playing music, and it just was always a part of me. From school days, I was in music. I don't think that my mother was as supportive. She was supportive as when I had a child. She would take care of my daughter so I can go on the road or go to do a show or so forth. So that
Right.
is a big time support.
Oh yeah.
Because we
definitely.
hear say some people are charge them picnic for take care of them grandchildren.
Listen.
So my mother is not doing that. So I do give thanks for her for that. But sometimes as a struggling mother, a single mother, you're just so concerned about what's going on in your world and just keeping it above water.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that she went through as well.
All right, so my next question to you is, what would you say to a young lady, and since we're talking about women's history,
Mm-hmm.
we're not even talking about the music. We're
Yeah.
talking about
As a
woman to
yeah.
woman.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say from all of your experiences? Would you say to a young lady who is growing up, she's facing obstacles, she's not too sure where she wants to go,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and she feels like giving up. A lot of these girls, they give up, they get involved with some men who, you know, treat them anyway, whatever, they lose their self-respect,
Yes.
all of these things. They go through it the hard way. Eventually, hopefully they'll
Yes.
rise. But what do you say to that young lady, black, white,
Well,
Chinese?
I was just reading a book by Marcus Garvey called Message to the People. And that is one of, I believe all schoolers, all high schoolers should be reading that book, and college students. Because the way Marcus broke the book down is like one chapter is how you should speak, how you should present yourself in speech, how you should present yourself in the manner, in the way you dress, and so forth. I think it's important for young princesses coming up to keep reading and to write. I think reading is so important to expand who you are, and for people to realize that you are intelligent and you should be respected and taken seriously. Another thing, something that I tell my daughter, I think is very important, we shouldn't be afraid to tell our young girls to be pure and try to keep as pure as you can, as long as you can. You don't have to follow the crowd and get involved into intimacy at a really young age. You can preserve yourself. There's nothing wrong with preserving yourself and waiting till you find the right person to be with, a husband, someone who treats you right, who respects you, who does the things that, because sometimes who does the things that we should be getting that good treatment.
Yeah.
I think that if women should realize how sacred that their body is and how sacred we are, and just to preserve our temple.
I love that. I really love that point. Especially because I know that once you share yourself with somebody, especially intimately, you're giving them a part of your soul.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't even know who you are, you're giving yourself away
Yes, sure.
before you even know
Mhm,
who you
mhm.
are.
Yes.
That is very, very powerful.
Yes. Mm.
Khalilah, I'm so happy that you came out. I'm so happy that we eventually got this interview.
Yes.
And we're
give
gonna
thanks.
keep going. But I know that I got a rhythm for you.
Oh yes.
I know people want to hear something from Khalilah, and as a matter of fact, when we go to the top of the hour, I think we're gonna come back, and if we can take a couple of calls,
Mhm.
we'll see, you know,
Mhm.
because she'll be hanging out with us for a little bit.
Yes.
So, you let me know which one you want to do. Barriers?
Barriers is maybe if you play barriers, because that is
Okay.
aligned with the topic that we're discussing now.
All right. So folks-
just to give some background, I don't know that word. I'm just analyzing words, but so just moving forward, I have an EP coming out. It looked like it's coming to be an album. It's called 555. And this is a song called Barriers, which is about the school system and how the school system can try to keep you down. Because it's most of the time that seems to be the intent, even though some of us don't want to admit it. No matter what, we can rise above and be leaders, especially as a queen and empress princess. So
I love it. So folks, right now we're going to be sharing one of Khalilah's latest projects. It is called Barriers, and of course she just told you what it's all about. So I want you to listen up. And of course, listen, I want you to look for her on all the social media platforms. She's on Instagram at official Khalilah Rose, J-A, is that it?
Yeah, yes, official Khalilah Rose. That's it. Yeah,
right. And then she's on Facebook as Khalilah Rose, and her name is spelled Khalillah.
Yes, Kha. Blessed Levi Selectress and Makeda, Maggie. I just want to big up everyone who's online with me, and the real Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, I love the name.
Yeah. What do you do?
I was spelling your name.
Oh, Khalillah.
All right, and it's also in our description for our Facebook Live. So guys, look for it, follow her, and of course listen up to this latest track. All right.
Blessed love to all of the real teachers who told us that the youths are the future. From Millie come mama said me go to school. Me learn to read, me learn to write, me learn to roll. I have a dream of the day I will make it out the names. Teacher never really try to give me time. Money I do rhythm in the mind. She never knew or thought I could make it up so good. I am a queen. This is who I'm meant to be. I'm having fun, breaking down the barriers, breaking down the barriers. I cannot achieve being who I'm meant to be. I'm having fun, breaking down the barriers, breaking down the barriers. Keep striving, try on and keep on surviving. Keep innovating. You're down in this modern system, and you will let you sit down with a pen. I write down things you never ever use again. Teacher, I am the miss, so she on the Blessed love to all of the real teachers who told us that the youths are the future. From Millie come mama said me go to school. Me learn to read, me learn to write, me learn to roll. I have a dream of the day I will make it out the names. Teacher never really tried to give me time. Money I do rhythm in the mind. She never knew or thought I could make it up so good. I am a queen. This is who I'm meant to be. I'm having fun, breaking down the barriers, breaking down the barriers. I cannot achieve being who I'm meant to be. I'm having fun, breaking down the barriers, breaking down the barriers. Keep striving, try on and keep on surviving. Keep innovating. You're down in this modern system, and you will let you sit down with a pen. I write down things you never ever use again. Teacher lion tell me so she am my friend. The bigger head I just been friendly with them. Liberate and blind the gate, cause you know I hear nothing more about no slave. Africans just want to relocate. Daddy Marcus if it's setting straight. I am a queen, being who I'm meant to be. I'm having fun, breaking down the barriers, breaking down
know you got to know what your purpose is.
Mhm.
You got to break down the barriers and get to where you need to be. Make sure that your life is worth something. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense you're just born and dead just so. You got to leave a legacy. And I love this. I love this. You know, starting from the kids, of course, the teachers have to show them that, listen, there is something that needs to be had, and there is something that is outside of just being a part of the crowd. You know, sometimes you have to be the odd one out. You have to be the one that people eventually look up to, because they're going to say, you know, that's a strong person. You know, that's somebody who is making an impact. And those are the kind of women that will impact history. And if you want to be one of those women, and of course you want to make a mark on the world, you want to make a mark on history, you got to be true to yourselves, all right? So it is all about Women's History Month. And of course, we're celebrating ladies this month. But of course, you know, we're going to be doing this for men in June, all right? So don't forget about the men. I ain't no sexist now.
No.
You know, people keep saying, sure, you talk about women, you talk about women. But guess what? I'm a woman. So,
yeah, for real.
you know, I talk about things that are important to me, you know, and things that impact me. And I see so many sisters that, you know, they just don't know themselves. And I see men do them some stuff, and they do themselves some stuff. And then they'll sit down, and they're the same ones who turn around and they're crying to you and whatever. And I'm like, listen, you got to have some standards, girl, because if you don't have some standards, you're going to go through this, and it becomes a cycle, you know. So I'm glad we've got a strong woman in the house. And I'm not even going to say a strong black woman, because if she was pink, I think she would still be who she is, because she know who she is. We've got the lovely Khalilah Rose. Now, folks, guess what? It is the top of the hour, so we're going to go inside of our news, courtesy of Aubrey Campbell. So please stick and stay. Okay. We're going to go into it in another minute. We just lost him. But don't forget that we've got the features coming up, all right? So we're going to be talking about something that's happening in the health industry. We're going to be talking about some technological advances with my company. You know, I'm a Galaxy girl. And, of course, we're going to be giving you an update on R. Kelly. Yeah. I follow R. Kelly because it is just one of those things that people push under the rug when it comes to kids and pedophilia, and sometime in your own family, you know, and people just don't deal with these issues. I'm glad that it's coming out. You know, I know that there's another agenda, but at least we're getting some airtime on that. So it's all good.
Yes, I have a album coming out in the first week of June, and it's called 555, and Alkibulan is a song that it's the first single coming out in this month, and it's a song I wrote for just my counterpart, which is just the royal African man, the black man, because we're always hear so many songs about the beautiful black woman and child, and we don't hear enough music about the African man and the man of Africa. Yeah. So this is a song that I wrote for that.
Okay, so
Rhythm.
I'm trying to do too many things at the same time, girl. Oh. Can you hear it through your mic? I think I want to do that over from the top. And I think I want to switch it up a little bit. So.
Oh, okay. Like the Stooja.
Okay, so you can hear yourself. Maybe our friends on Facebook won't hear it. Can you hear yourself?
Yes, I can hear it.
All right, so let us do this from the top.
This is produced by DJ Gringo. This is his song and produced by also Calibre Music.
So my folks on Facebook, you're not going to hear it, okay?
Maybe you can sing it for them. I sing a line, then you sing a line. Al-Kibulan is a royal man. Al-Kibulan is so firm and strong. Al-Kibulan, you're so full of life. Me Al-Kibulan, you are my first choice. You are raging fire. I'll be the air to make it higher. You are raging fire. And I'm truly inspired, honor and ratings in every aspect. Give thanks to the Most High for the blessing when me get best. Believe me, have your back, me have your foot, me have your neck. You are me, yes, and me, you are said you are rebel with a cause. You make me comfortable from the start. Whoa, whoa. Al-Kibulan is a royal man. Al-Kibulan is so firm and strong. Al-Kibulan, you're so full of life. Me Al-Kibulan, you are my first choice. You are raging fire. I'll be the air to make it higher. You are raging fire. And I'm truly in. Great is the company of them and those. Al-Kibulan, you're the one that chose. Divine protection for this black rose. Trod with me upon the rugged road. Help me carry this heavy load. Together we decipher Babylon code. Man a rebel with a cause. You make me comfortable from the start. Whoa, whoa. Al-Kibulan is a royal. Blessed. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, we got a big up Khalilah Rose in the house. Let me tell you, awesome artist. And of course, she's making waves, she do her thing, So, I wanted to tell the people some of the things that, some of your accomplishments in the industry so far.
Just moving from this present moment, going in time the other way.
We're going
in the
backward.
past, chronologically. I would say the last thing that I've done that was very impacting was I sang for the leader, the president of Liberia.
Wow.
Yeah, and I sang in Monrovia at Town Hall. I'm a part of an organization called the UNIA. Which is still Marcus Garvey's organization that still exists today.
Wow.
And I have a song called Black Starliner, which is just embracing African descent. And, it just was so touching to sing in Africa. They were just like, there were individuals who were crying. And everywhere I went, once they heard me singing, I had to keep singing that song. So that was very impacting for me.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm very happy that we got you in studio, girl. I'm so happy.
I'm happy to be here to bond with the eye.
Yes. So
do you? I know some people don't do lotto and gamble and stuff like that. A lot of Rastas I know don't partake in, and Christians don't partake in gambling and thing.
Mm-hmm.
But however, I got you something.
You got me a ticket.
I did. I did.
You know I don't gamble, right?
Okay, well you give it away to a millionaire.
I love it. I've never gotten that before.
Yes, because something I started doing years ago, and I just, with my new album, I pick it up again. I wanted to get 5s, being that my album represents 5.
Yeah.
But then I get 2 7s, which is 14, and 1 and 4 is 5.
Listen, you know what that is though. Sometimes God give you blessings from all over the place.
Yes.
I believe it. So listen, girl, I'll take it. I'm not going to keep your blessings from you.
Thank you, I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. Listen, nobody not getting none of my numbers. Yeah. Khalilah met my grandma for the first time in my life.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. So, folks, guess what? I'm going to play another one of her songs, and then we got to go into some of her features, because if we sit down here and talk to her, I'm going to do nothing else today. I know some people are waiting to hear some more stuff. Now, this one is called Is This Love? It is live. So, oops. Why does it look like my copy is, I'm getting error. Okay, here we go. Apparently I downloaded it twice. That's a good thing. So, here we go.
Sometimes we can't see eye to eye. How good and pleasant.
Oh gosh.
Oh, where was this? Where was
This
this?
was so many years ago. Some event.
This love, I'm
We
feeling.
dig up our business.
I wanna love you.
Woo! What you say? What you say?
I don't know. It
And
was some
treat
event.
you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together
Do you have place in your heart?
in the world right over our head. We'll share the shelter
Woo!
of my single bed. We'll share the same room.
Wherever you are, you need to sing along. Come on, come on.
Just roll my little bread.
What was that? What was that?
Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
Woman.
Oh, Rasta love, Rasta love, Rasta love, Rasta love that I'm feeling.
Me say she don't know, so we dig up things, you know, we
I'm
dig up things for
saying.
people. She never sent me that. I dig that up. Yeah, I love it. I was loving the jam. I like that kind of intimate, you know, those kind of intimate
Yes, it was
performances.
that was with Alfonso. He's a big time dancer from
I met him at the
Mhm.
awards.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
awards. I was the
yeah,
I was the stage
so
manager.
it was a
And I
wonderful
met him.
experience.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I remember Pat McKay I think was hosting and it was a good event.
It looks
It
like
was a
lot
Bob
of
Marley.
good vibes.
It was a Bob Marley tribute.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
All right, so folks, guess what? We've got Khalilah in the house, but we've got some features that we want to, you know, cover. So I want us to go into the very first one because we've been covering R. Kelly for a bit now. But the latest this morning is R. Kelly blames parents for selling daughters to him. Yeah, and this is on page 6. So if you want to check it out, it is page6.com, but it's also on our Facebook page, The Sherry Morgan Show. So let me just read into this article a little bit. R. Kelly exploded with rage as he vehemently denied sexually abusing underage girls in an interview aired Wednesday and blamed the parents of the alleged victims for selling their daughters to him. The I Believe I Can Fly singer flew off the handle in his 80-minute sit-down with CBS this morning. Co-host Gayle King prompted the cameras to stop rolling at one point. 30 years of my career, y'all trying to kill me, Kelly bellowed as he stood up, pounded his chest and pointed directly at the camera. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids and I can't do it. You just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it. Just before his emotional outburst, so I'm also excited. I'm still excited when I'm not supposed to be excited. But just before his emotional outburst, Kelly broke into tears as he insisted, I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my effing life. We ain't gonna say that on air. After Kelly's publicist intervened and calmed the singer down, the camera started rolling again as he was getting his makeup touched up. I hope this camera keep going. This is not true. It doesn't even make sense, Kelly raged. Why would I hold all these women? King gently urged the 52-year-old not to rant. She said to him, you sound like you're playing the victim here. He said, I'm just telling the truth. Kelly said, whose real name is Robert Sylvester, pleaded not guilty last month to 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. 3 of the young alleged victims were minors at the time. The alleged incidents dated back to 1998. And we have been following this, so you guys know about all of that. I just wanted you to know what happened this morning, what transpired in the studio, and what is the latest, defense that he's putting forward. And it's interesting. I say that I can understand that could be true. That these women are in fact, they're thinking of their daughters, where their daughters could be, the fact that their daughter could be with, a superstar, and it's not so far-fetched that women would do that. However, you should still know that you're a grown-ass man. Don't get involved with young kids. What do you have to say about that, Khalilah? You tell me.
I don't know. It just sounds, everything just is mixed up and wrong. And
It's wrong.
yeah, everything is just mixed up and wrong.
Oh, folks, let me tell you, it's the saga continues. The saga continues. If you want to get the full article, just please go to our Facebook page, and it is there, so you can always just check it out. All right. What I'm gonna do though is
This
I'm gonna
does
play.
cause a lot of heated discussion, though.
It does.
I've gotten into some heated discussion over R. Kelly.
And there's some women. There's some women. It doesn't matter what he did, whether he's guilty or not. They're like, listen, we love you. We don't care.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I heard he was at was it in Jamaica, or he went somewhere to do a concert and they were begging him to take them hostage, the audience.
oh wow.
Yeah. it was
That is like
crazy.
some crazy thing. I'm telling you,
This
this man. Listen, we gotta go somewhere far, far, far from that. Listen, man, for purify my soul right now. We're going to Angola with this one. I love it. 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 I'm loving the vibe here in the studio today. Yeah, not too much hype, and I love the positivity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need a little bit of that. And too much hype sometimes ain't good. Yeah, but I do want to go into our next feature, which is about blood pressure medication, believe it or not. So we like to give you a little bit of health, a little bit of technology, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of music, views, and of course features. So our health news is from abcactionnews.com. It is also on our Facebook page. So please go to get the full bounty, because we ain't gonna go through all of this, right? So the heading reads, blood pressure medication recalled due to small amounts of cancer causing substances. Crazy. So, McLeod's Pharmaceuticals Limited is recalling a lot of losartan, potassium, hydrochlorothiazide combination tablets because they may contain a cancer-causing substance. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration website, the tablets which treat hypertension and hypertensive patients with left ventricular hypertrophy contain small amounts of N-nitrosodiethylamine, NDEA. The 100 milligram, 25 milligram tablets being recalled include losartan, potassium, a combination tablets of hydrochlorothiazide, and of course it's in 100 milligram and 25 milligram respectively. The batch number is BLM715A. So if you take these medications, check your batch number. And the expiration date on these are July 2019. Please check again. The batch number is BLM715A. And the expiration date on those are July 2019. So chances are you still have it in your medicine cabinet or on your counter somewhere. Please double check.
Thorazine, is that the
Thorazine is losartan, potassium, hydrochlorothiazide, and it's a combination. So one, I think the potassium is 100 milligram and the hydrochlorothiazide is 25 milligram. Folks, listen, you know what? Cancer causing agents, you need to run to your cabinets right now and check it. All right, now of course we've posted this on our Facebook page, and we'd love for you to share it with anybody you know who are taking these kinds of medications, because we got to look out for each other, and not everybody knows exactly what they're up to. So I tell you, it's a conspiracy for sick way, and I need to eat properly. All right, this one is from Morgan Heritage. It's called Sila, and then we're going to go into the next feature. We kind of speed it up so we can cover it all. It is 20 minutes to the hour of 6 o'clock. We go up until 6 today, and of course we do hope that you're enjoying the program so far. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's all about Morgan to the heritage, ladies and gentlemen, right here inside of the Sherry Morgan Show. Let me just beseech you guys, if you don't have the app for Reggae King Radio, please get it, all right? It is free of cost. You can get it on your iPhones, on your Android, and, of course, any smart device. And the good thing about it is that you can listen to reggae and soca music 24 hours. So you can listen to my program, you can listen to all the other DJs who actually play music, yeah. You can be entertained 24/7 every single day. All right? So get the app, and of course, tell your friends about it. Let them get the app. Let us support our reggae artists, our soca artists, because you know it's under the umbrella of VP Records. If you want to listen to us live on the internet, we're also on radiotuna.com/reggae dancehall. We're on reggaekingradio.com. We're on vprecords.com. We're on TuneIn Radio /reggae king radio. If you want to get some good music, you need to come on down to the store right here in New York. We're at 17021 Jamaica Avenue. And of course, if you're in Florida, anywhere close to Miramar, Florida, it is 6022 Southwest 21st Street, Miramar, Florida. And the number here is 718-297-5802. Again, the number for the store, 718-297-5802. Maybe we'll get a little chance, so if somebody wants to ask questions from Khalilah, they can do so. But we do have another tech feature that we want to cover. So listen up for all the techies out there like myself. I know you're gonna love this one. So listen, this is from Samsung Galaxy. It's their fold hands-on. I forgot to get one of this. Here we go. I'm a Galaxy girl.
Sick.
I'm a Galaxy girl, man. Anything Galaxy, you give me.
I've seen a phone like that.
You are? You have your charger?
Okay.
Never bring mine.
All right. I think we're gonna be downloading this.
I don't have a charger for that.
No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, folks. You know what? We're gonna download it and share it with you.
What
But
is the
it is
special?
also on our Facebook
The
page.
story?
So
What's so
please
special about
go look for it.
Oh, it's a phone that turns
And
into a
of
tablet.
course, you
Oh,
know
okay,
what?
I heard about.
Yeah.
Me not gonna say support
It's pretty
Galaxy, you know.
nice.
Me not gonna say that because they ain't paying me to say that. You know what I'm saying? But it is really a good phone and it's good technology. So I think you're gonna love it. All right. But let us just go into the very next one. And fashion is something that is trending every single day. And it is something that's impacting us all the time, whether it is the choice of fabrics that are being used or the messages that are being touted from these various brands. And of course, Burberry got themselves in trouble after, what was the last one again?
Gucci.
Gucci.
Gucci. And then
With the blackface thing.
and then there's this other
Before
brand,
that was H&M.
H&M.
It was
Yes.
Montclair too.
Oh, really?
And I'm
Montclair.
telling you, it is like going crazy. So Burberry's loose hoodie is part of a shameful fashion tradition. The racist missteps of big brands are numerous until the industry is truly diverse. They're likely to continue. A year ago, Gucci put an offensive jumper on their Milan catwalk, although it took that long to actually cause offense. The wool balaclava jumper was black with a cutout mouth and red lips, which when pulled up over the wearer's face bore a distinguishing and disturbing resemblance to blackface. At the time, no one seemed to notice. I missed it too, and I missed it again when it went on sale last autumn, but of which now seems inexcusable. Looking at it, it couldn't be anything else. Yet it wasn't until February this year that flags were raised on Twitter, as is often the case. And even then, only within the context of Black History Month. Gucci apologized and took the jumpers off the shelves, even though they had already sat there for a good 6 months. Of all the trends to dominate the past season, racist blunders like this seem to be one of the fashion's most prevalent. I can't remember the last time I woke up to a day free of them. Just last week, Burberry had a screaming into the sleeves of the sight of hoodie with strings tied in the shape of a noose. Seriously? While in December, Prada was accused of racism for its Prada Malia creatures more blackface. Now, folks, listen. H&M nearly shut down. H&M, I believe, had to rebrand themselves. And as I said, I don't delve in and I don't sit on the slavery topic. However, what we need to know is that we have power. We have buying power, and we can exercise this power. If something is offensive, we don't have to sit back and say, listen, it don't matter. Because some people, because they like brand name clothes, they'll buy it anyways. But we need to realize that, you know, we have to stand for something or fall for anything. And
it sounds like something that they're actually doing, like a plan, like
yeah,
it sounds like an organized movement.
exactly.
Yeah.
And what does that say? What kind of message is that really portraying to us, that we're disrespected?
Yeah.
And they know that we're gonna buy the bags anyways. Because I've seen videos where they talk about black people and how they buy, their buying patterns, and oh, they're gonna buy anyways. Oh, make this for black people, because listen, we spend more money than a lot of other races.
I don't know if you remember Soulja Boy, when he was kind of
Soulja
like in the news cycle for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing that Gucci headband, and then kind of right after that Gucci thing happened. So they
that's
were
crazy.
trying to say like
Oh.
they did that on purpose because they don't like a specific type of black person wearing their
Wearing
clothes.
their stuff.
But it was like,
It could be.
who are you to tell who to wear your clothes?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know,
But
I
then
really
we still,
think they're
some of
thinking
us
about
still, I think it's like, because these people they meet up and they send messages to one another. And I think a lot of it is intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
but
can't
we,
put clothing through a production line and not review it.
yeah.
exactly.
People are looking at it.
And these are big enough companies that, the mic, these are big enough companies that, see, may I get to unite? These are big enough companies that they have people who are looking into the implications of doing certain things. They don't just get up and do stuff. They don't get up and make decisions like that. Somebody has to be there. You're telling me there's not one black person who is conscious in that organization?
Probably
that
not.
just says,
Not on the board, probably, or
That's-
maybe not at that level. But we don't support each other. Like billions of dollars come out from our pocket. Like, you know, there's even a black-owned supermarket in here, not far from here.
yeah.
But we don't support ourselves. So that's one of the main.
That's probably something, Tristan, that is something we should do.
Wow.
Let us find all of the black-owned businesses, like the supermarkets. And, you know, like, for instance, there's not a lot of laundromats that are owned outside of the Chinese. You understand? And the delis and the whatever. And we should find out and post it and tell our people in our community to support them.
Yes,
you know, because
yeah.
we spend so much money when black people get paid now. Them gone and them gone to Macy's and them gone to the ear and the nails and the
Yeah,
river. So the Chinaman get it, the white man get it, whatever. And they don't spend that money in
Yeah,
their
there's
community.
Jamaican-owned nail salons. They're,
Yeah.
you know, they have a website
That's
called
crazy.
buyblock.com.
Yeah.
So you can look on there as well if you
We
want to
actually
buy
have it. We have it on the page. That was from last year. We
Yeah,
should
you had it
repost
on the. Yeah, it's. I think
We
it's a
should
lot more
repost
popular
it.
now.
Yeah, definitely. So, folks, that was another of our feature, and we do want to feature Galaxy. Yes, the new Galaxy that's coming out.
What number
Because
is
I'm a
that?
Galaxy girl.
What number?
I don't even know because I
It's
have
a
one.
new- it's
I
a new
have
phone.
I have the 9.
It's a
I got the
fold.
8 1 week before the 9 came out, so I have the 8. Which
Oh,
is
it's
very bad.
It's called a fold.
So, all right. So, folks, guess what? We have a few more minutes to go,
So it's not a
and
Galaxy.
we're gonna play a
It's
little
not
bit
a
more
Galaxy.
music.
Looks like this. It really
And,
looks like this. But not as thick.
I want
like-
you all to stick and stay
And then
because
when
we're
you
gonna go
fold it out,
up
I'll show you
to
a
6
picture.
o'clock, and we'll have more in store for you. By the way, I found out. I heard that Vibes Cartel was in the hospital. He was at the university hospital the last couple of days. But he is now
Probably like
better,
16.
and the
It's too
the
much.
doctors took care of him,
I wouldn't
and
even
he's
buy
gonna go
this.
back
Because this is
into
like
his
pearls that they're putting in.
into his situation, which you won't know about.
So I would say wait like a year or
But
two.
I just wanted you all to
And they're
know,
gonna make
for
a
those
more
people
consumer version.
who love Vibes Cartel,
Galaxy
so that you
Cartel's
know what
definitely
is
on
going on. So here we go. We're going to play a little bit more music for another 5 minutes or so before we do our last feature. And of course, give you guys a chance, if you want to take the last 5 minutes to
Outside of the phone is a regular phone.
call in and speak to
It's really nice.
the lovely Khalilah Rose. Here we go.
So it's like
All
2
the people
days.
them who love to dance. Yes, we're inside of the Sherry Morgan Show. We still have a few minutes to go before the end of the program. Let me also remind you that on Sunday we're here with an inspirational journey, and of course it starts at 12 o'clock until 2. So if you're somebody and you know you want to make a better version of yourself for 2019, listen, I want you all to just come join us, because listen, we always have things that will motivate you. If you're really feeling down, maybe you'll get a word in. Maybe somebody's story will inspire you with our human interest story, where we highlight people who have gone through really difficult times in their lives, and they have come out on top and are able to inspire others. All right, so please tell a friend to tell a friend. Join us right here on www.reggaekingradio.com. Also get the app so you can listen in 24/7 on that. So here we go to the top.